It is.
Everything love the music, love the food. It's just a warming and welcoming environment when I walked in. I hope you all feel that. I sure feel that. And this is great. This is what our community should do. We should be getting to know each other. We should be talking about our town, and we should be working to help our town. I was born and raised in Port Angeles. I'm very fortunate. I feel really blessed that I was born here. My parents were born here, and I had grandparents on both sides immigrated, so I'm proud to be third generation Port Angeles. And so I've gone to the schools here, learned how to swim at the William Shore Memorial Pool, and so I love this town. I've watched it grow, and I want it to be a great place to continue to work and play and raise your kids. And so, like you, I got involved because I was concerned about some things that were happening. And I'll just briefly tell you some changes I've seen at City Hall. Now, I'm a fighter. I do it civilly, but I do my homework and I don't give up. I just try to serve and protect the people of Port Angeles, and I really work at what I do, and I try to get results. So when I filed for candidate to be a candidate for City Council in 2007, now the council has a packet of information for each of our meetings, and so I went to the City Hall, to City Manager's office, and I said, hello, I'm a candidate for City Council, and I would like to request a packet for the council meetings. The response to me was, oh no, we can't do that. I said, well, excuse me, but I'm a candidate and I'm requesting, well, there's too many candidates, we can't supply that to everyone. I said, excuse me, I will pay for the cost of the packet. I am a candidate. Well, we just can't do that. So I wouldn't back down, but then I was told, well, I'll have to speak to the city manager and get back to you. Well, if you want to know what our packet is for City Council, if you go online to City of Port Angeles, it's all there. And I succeeded in getting my packet, but I had to fight for it. What's public information? And so transparency to me was a huge big deal. I just wanted to work on transparency to begin with, and there have been so many changes, and that's an awesome change. But you just have to stand up and speak for what's right. And then on the City Council, when you're running for office, it's a great experience. Embrace the experience. You're going to meet a lot of new people you've never met. You're going to make some new friends. You're going to get experience of, Lee mentioned, your people take some shots at you. That's okay. That's all right. You just have to be persistent, do what you believe, and keep going. Because if you believe in this town, if you believe in our future, you're going to work, you have to put your heart into it, and you have to work for it. Because this is a great town because of all the people who have served. We have commissions, we have boards with seats that go vacant, and they're all so important and influential, and it's a good place to start. Running for City Council may not always be the best place to start. Serve on a commission, serve on a board, and then learn more about the procedure, the process, the city, the zoning, and go step by step. But running for office is a grand adventure. It's a growing experience, and you have to put your heart and soul into it. And you're going to be exhausted, but you're going to be so encouraged by the experience. And you do grow. You absolutely grow by the experience. I didn't win my first election, but I went, wow, that was amazing. I came within 100 votes of being elected to the Port Angeles City Council. How awesome is that? So I ran again, and then I went, wow. I came within 50 votes of being elected to the Port Angeles City Council. How awesome is that? So I ran again and I won handily. But you know what? And then you see differences when 7 years ago, what did our waterfront look like? We had an old pink building that was about to fall down. We had a narrow sidewalk. We had It just wasn't an attractive appearance, not just for people coming into Port Angeles, but the Coho is bringing people coming into the United States of America. We're Port Angeles, USA. We had to step it up a little bit. And also, we need a beautiful environment to help redevelop and our downtown so we can draw investors, people who want to invest in our town, people who want to come here. We love the ships, we love the visitors, because look at, there's a beautiful art gallery, Heatherton Art Gallery downtown. They came here on vacation. This was great. They came back and invested in our community. That's to me, tourism is multi-level. We want people to come, stay in our hotels, and spend money here, but we want them to come back. So I see so many good things are happening. When I got on the council, 2008, what happened to the economy? The Great Recession.
It's all your fault.
You know, and I just was, whoa. So we've had to learn to efficiencies. I'm very proud of our city staff. Our city manager, he's local. As a new mayor, I'll just say, we welcomed a new city manager. And we welcomed a new city manager. But that was a huge responsibility to help, and we have somebody local who really cares about us, who's really has a new set of eyes, who's looking at things and saying, just because we've always done it that way doesn't mean we have to continue. So we've made some very positive changes. And one thing I've learned is that you just always, it's so important for every one of you. Your voice is so important. The closest level of government to the people is your city council. Talk to us, come to council, come to the public comment period, send an email, write a letter. You matter, you matter. I work so hard and I do my homework. I come to council meetings prepared, but I read and I study and I learn from the information people give me. It's just great. So it matters what you have to say. Tell your council members, write us, talk to us, because we listen and you do make a difference. So I hope if you haven't had an opportunity to serve on a commission, a board, or serve your council, somebody today said, oh, there's a politician. I said, no, sir, I'm just a public servant, because honestly, I serve the people of Port Angeles, and it's my honor to do so. I have lots of energy. I have lots of passion. I own a business in town. I own a storage and U-Haul business, and that's doing well. And I'm doing what I love to do. And there's a lady that she's already left, but she's a cancer survivor, as I am. And we were talking. I said, honey, once you're a cancer survivor, it's just politics. It's nothing to be afraid of. So get in there, find something that you're passionate about, and be a part of it, because it's your town, it's your community. And I just love when you step up and are part of it. So thank you very much.
Any questions for Cherie? No. Oh, I thought you had a question. Okay, great.
Thank you, Cherie. I just want to say this. I was never more proud of our city government than when you went down to tell the military to keep those noisy helicopters and planes out of here, or at least tell us when you're coming so we can take cover or get out of town or something. And we're talking about the helicopters who were rattling window panes.
The Chinooks, the Blackhawks, and the F-16s, absolutely. It was inappropriate. I called them on it. I called them, they were wrong, and they're not coming back to Port Angeles. But just like the Department of Ecology, there's times when you just say no.
And I hope you'll do the same when they start trying to bring the electronic warfare games.
Well, you know what?
There's your marching orders, Lee, and Cherie, thank you very much.
I got a question.
Okay.
What are those booms you hear every so often?
They're happening all over the world.
Are they?
Yeah, and it seems to be just, Just Google mysterious booms. You'll see that they've been in Australia. They've been in
There's been some discussion recently. There's a process out west of town where they are using explosives to meld high-intensity metals. So, and I have no idea. I've been trying to figure out. So Tyler might know how that process works, where you use explosions to fuse metal. But that's what some of the booms are, but I don't know if that explains all of them. There's also what they call Seneca booms that were first noticed in like the 1800s in Seneca, New York. So it's some kind of anomaly that is worldwide, but I think those are more easily explained down here.
Yeah, they're fusing copper to aluminum.
Okay.
Say that again.
They're fusing
Copper to aluminum.
copper to aluminum.
Okay, interesting.
And I have a machine shop in Detroit for 25 years. So.
How do the explosives work? How does that help it?
But the two metals go into an enclosed situation with a glass bead stuff, and they electrify it, and it just goes together, and you can machine it. And it's you've got one side of the machining parts you make is aluminum, on the other side is copper.
And it lasts forever?
It lasts a long time because they both conduct electricity.
Well, great. We got an answer here. Thank you. Yes, sir.
This is a great example of a public forum, and I wanted to ask Cherie, and perhaps you could comment, wouldn't it enhance the electoral process if we had Channel 3 and had a television coverage of the city council so we could all learn more and get more involved in what is the roadblock?
Absolutely.
What's happening?
Have you been reading my mail?
Yes.
No, I have been trying to get access to Channel 3, not for me, but for the entire community,
Right.
since August of last year.
What's happening?
And the only answer I've gotten is Dan McKean won't let me.
Well,
Because I've read, one second, I've read the agreement that we have with the franchise people, and they say all of the equipment's there. All you need is permission from the city manager, and you can put your programming on. Now, we should go even further and have a community media place where anybody that wants to take the time to learn how to shoot and edit and produce something could take their little CD up there and put it on. And as long as it's not commercial and not insulting or inflammatory or libelous, it should be ready to go on. I'm sorry,
We
sir.
used to have a local TV channel here, and it was very popular. It would be most beneficial to have one back again.
They had leased it out somehow to do commercials on it.
It was
But
commercial.
there's actually a head-in right there in city council where if somebody just wanted to go in and plug in a camera, you could actually get city council meetings live on Channel 3.
That'd be great.
That may be why they don't want us to have them. I don't know.
We had that like in Ocean Shores, and it was loved.
We all volunteered and did it.
A lot of people have, hey, sign up because I want to talk to you if we can get this thing.
So Dale, mention what's going on with charter and how people can get to the charter.
Right now, I'm not sure if the charter would have anything to do,
The
yes.
videoing.
One of the historic events that happens every 4 years is the Charter Review Commission, and Stephanie has been filming every one of those, and we're putting them on our website, and there's some other places, but we could stream those right into people's homes, because it really is historic, and it's a great opportunity to show democracy in action. But what we really need to do is to put some pressure on Dan McKean and whomever else down there and say free Channel 3. In fact, if you'll go to
Call us,
protocolpublishing.com
email us. Let's
Never mind.
hear from
That's
you.
always
and
good.
come down to the council meetings on Tuesday night and pound the podium and say
Now be
free Channel 3.
civil.
Pardon me?
Be civil, Dale.
Well, you can pound it civilly, can't you? But no, online right now and in the next edition of Protocol, there'll be an article called Free Channel 3, and it explains some of this that we've been talking about. Now, as I promised you, we have a gentleman here whom I've never met, but I'm certainly glad to hear him. His intentions are to run for city council. He has not said what position, and he doesn't even have to declare tonight. And in fact, you probably shouldn't declare tonight unless you're ready to go right in and file all that paperwork, so you can tell them if I declare for city council. So let me welcome, all of you welcome Shan, please.
Thank you, Dave. I haven't filed anything. Of course, it's not that week yet. Just another month. My name is Shan Park. I'm considering running for city council. The reason is I moved here 2 years ago. And the thing that impacted me the most is, first thing is, there's a big industrial area right near downtown. I was like, I'm getting into an industrial city or somewhere, but I look the other way, is nice mountain over there. But that is not the worst thing I've seen in this town. When I purchased my home, I found out I have to pay more than 1% property tax. Where I came from, there's a law saying that you cannot tax more than 1%. And the second thing struck me is I think I'm paying a lot for utilities.
Yes.
I'm not sure. I was paying like $50 a month. And here, if I don't use anything, not any electricity or water, I'm still paying a flat fee of what, 150? Is that in town? So maybe I should move out of town. But then you have other problems. So these are the two things I'm thinking, this is a nice town and I have nothing else to do. Maybe I should see what I can do here. My background is I have a degree in engineering and applied science. Basically, it's kind of generic. I use most of my time thinking about problems and trying to solve the easiest way, the most affordable way possible. And my previous career was I do software engineering. So in software engineering, it's almost like running a robot. We know how to walk, but the robot, you have to engineer every joint, every small steps. So everything you have to try to figure out how it works and solve a lot of problems. So I think in the human world, we have a lot of problems. So I like to see how I can contribute to solve problem in the community like this one, which is not too big, I hope is manageable. Is there any questions for me?
Good job, Kevin.
Thank you.
Good job.
I have a petition form, which if you like what I'm saying, you can sign it so every signature counts for $1 for the candidate that the city requires. So I need 66 signatures. Thanks.